Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Venky's Diary. As you can see, we thought we'll have a little bit of change in the setting because it's a new tournament, World Cup, T20 World Cup, which was supposed to happen the previous year, but it's now being held in this year, and we're going to talk exclusively on that. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about India's squad, along with what their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat in management terms, what is, and probable playing 11 for the first few games at least to begin with. And I have with me OG, ever gracious, here to talk to me. Thank you so much, Venky.
Thank you very much, Kiran. Lovely, great setting this is.
Yeah, it is, right? I thought we'll have a little bit of, we're under the same roof. We thought we'll explore the place a little. I like it too. I think it gives a nice vibe.
Absolutely, yes. It's fantastic.
Okay, so let's just dive into it. The World Cup is starting. IPL is over now. Everyone's looking at this. So your initial thoughts on the World Cup? What are you looking at?
It is. I think we are well prepared. I would say for
India's point of view.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we're extremely well prepared for the simple reason that the IPL just got over now, and World Cup is happening in UAE. So in that sense, I think we know the conditions. We know the pitches.
Better than most.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, isn't it? So in that sense, I think IPL was sort of a dress rehearsal, I would say, for the World Cup. So it's going to be interesting in terms of how we are going to approach the T20 World Cup. It's not a franchise cricket anymore.
Yes.
You're playing for the nation, and there is going to be that added pressure. So everyone would be expecting you to do well for the country. So there is going to be responsibility on each and every player, and you're playing against the best of the teams. So that's another added pressure as well.
So let's stick to India and let's start with the top. We'll look at the squad first. The squad, as we know, the batsmen, we have Rahul, we have Kohli, we have Sharma, Rohit Sharma, that is, and Suryakumar Yadav.
Yeah.
We have the two wicket keepers, Pant and Kishan. The all-rounders as of now, guys, is Jadeja and Hardik Pandya. And then in the spinners, we have Chahar, Ashwin and Chakravarti.
Absolutely.
And in the quickies, we have Jasprit, Bhuvnesh, Mohammad Shami and Shardul Thakur. I'll just read out the reserve players as well. Additional players I'm not going to get into. Reserve players are Shreyas Iyer, Akshar Patel and Deepak Chahar. So this is the squad. Still subjected to changes here and there. We're going to dig into that.
I don't think so. Now you can't change anymore.
Oh, so it's final.
It's final. I think they've changed whatever they had to change.
Okay.
And that itself was a topic for me. Actually.
My bad, guys. Being a little underprepared over here, I'm not going to let that happen. Okay.
No. That's fine. I mean, it's even for those who played cricket also.
It's confusing.
It's a bit confusing.
Yeah, but
once you select Akshar on one side, and as you're nearing the deadline.
Yeah.
Then you change the team, or you change the player from Akshar Patel to bringing in Shardul Thakur.
Yeah.
So that itself shows that the selectors are not confident in terms of what they have to select and who they have to select.
Let's then dive into it. Let's not go chronologically. Let's start with the weakness because you've started speaking about it a little. What do you think is the main weakness looking at this squad right now, where it's being played, the opponents and the scale at which it's being played?
I would say I honestly can't, it is very difficult to pick up the weak point. I would say.
Yeah.
Do
you think we have enough all-rounders?
I mean, see, you got two all-rounders, fantastic all-rounders. We have seen Hardik Pandya.
Hardik isn't bold, Venky. I mean,
exactly.
He's isn't bold at all. It worries a lot of fans. It worries me. I'm sure you must have some
100%
thought on that.
100%.
Yeah?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, if he's not bowling, then on what basis he's there in the team? Is he there? Surely because he can bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something which I can't really understand. And also, I mean, see, Jadeja has done extremely well.
No doubt, he's one of the best all-rounders we've got.
So in a literal sense, we have got two all-rounders. Basically, it's Hardik Pandya. I hope he's going to be fit to bowl in the World Cup.
Would you still have him in your squad, knowing very well that he can't bowl?
Well, still, look, I'm still the first game, official game that India is going to play. That's going to happen on the 24th
against Pakistan.
So yes, absolutely. And on 18th and 20th. They're going to play those two warm-up games. I think probably they're going to definitely use him in those warm-up games that they're going to play against England and Australia and evaluate for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you are saying that there aren't that many weaknesses going into the team we're looking at.
One weakness, what I can pick up probably is the middle order batting, because top three
sell for themselves.
Absolutely, I would still go with KL Rahul as an opener for with Rohit Sharma.
I hope Ravi Shastri and VK are watching this. Just friendly advice from Venky, guys.
This is my opinion,
Yeah,
Kiran.
yeah,
honestly.
absolutely. And you have an
So-
entitled, opinion. You've played the game at the highest level. Come on.
So, and number 3 is Virat Kohli.
Okay.
And 4 and 5 is where I've got a bit of a concern. So, is it going to be Ishan Kishan or is it going to be Surya Kumar Yadav or both are going to play?
Both, yeah.
Okay, so and of course we have seen both Ishan Kishan and Surya Kumar Yadav not performing well for Mumbai Indians, and Ishan Kishan was dropped.
Yeah,
For Mumbai Indians.
he did have a good comeback though. He had a good
Correct.
couple of games, and I
Yes.
think even Surya Kumar Yadav did briefly. But you think that is one area where the middle order could be
Absolutely.
sorted out?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes. Absolutely.
Fine. We'll move past the weaknesses and get to the threats. What do you think the threat for this Indian team, externally or internally, that could potentially have?
Well, look, the threats are
All the
playing
teams.
playing against top teams.
Yeah.
The top teams, even Afghanistan is a top team,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah,
In
they've got
T20, they have got a good squad. Yeah.
absolutely yes. Probably Afghanistan's batting, I'm not very sure, but bowlers we have seen them
Yeah.
in the IPL with
Absolutely.
Nabi, Rashid, and Mujib.
Yeah, yeah.
So they've got good spinners. So on a slightly slowish wicket, they can be a threat.
Trouble.
They
Yeah.
can be a threat.
yeah. And we are playing them. We are
Exactly.
playing Afghanistan in the third game, guys. I think
Exactly.
after New Zealand and first is Pakistan, of course, third game. So
Exactly.
So in overall, is it safe to say which are the teams that you think could be potentially a big threat for India? In the group stage, at least, we got Pakistan, New Zealand, and Afghanistan as of now. The three teams.
Definitely, yes. Pakistan itself is a big threat.
Mhm.
And I'm saying why they're a big threat, Kiran, is only because that Pakistan plays a lot of their matches or international matches.
In Dubai.
Absolutely, in UAE. So in that sense, they know the conditions much better than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Yes, we might have played the IPL, just before the World Cup, but still, Pakistan plays a lot of their cricket, whether it's be test matches or even their own league as
Also,
well.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Pakistan league,
Absolutely.
it's also a pretty exciting. Lot of world players are attracted to that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, threat would be definitely the opponents.
And also, we have not seen much of Pakistan.
Exactly. I was about to ask you the same thing. Last 2 years, nobody knows what Pakistan has been up to in
Exactly.
terms of T20. I have followed them a little in the last year and a half, and they look
Yeah.
like a really good team. Venky.
Absolutely. Yeah, they would be. They would be because they play all formats of the game, and but they do have their own league, and on top of it, they play in UAE. That's like their home matches.
And they're also, I feel like here they're a little hungrier to overall looking at all the teams. I think they have a point because with the way PCB is going through the issues. I mean,
Yeah.
we all been reading in the
Yeah.
papers. So yeah, Pakistan sounds like a really good. I mean, the
Great,
first game,
yeah.
we're going to talk about that game in our episode going closer to the game, guys. I'll ask Venky to take a little jump now. So he says threat is definitely Pakistan and Afghanistan, and a pretty much good teams with good backing, including New Zealand, of course. Now the opportunities. Where do you think there is a room for improvement in terms of opportunity? Where do you think Indians can they can wiggle around to improve a little?
Well, see, that to begin with, I think playing IPL in UAE itself was an opportunity. So in that sense, they are going to take whatever opportunity they had to prepare themselves going
Here,
forward
yeah.
into the T20 World Cup, and of course the warm-up matches.
Okay.
And so that's an opportunity for them to try out their 15 members.
Combination.
Combinations, absolutely. And secondly, that would give them an opportunity to look at their 11, which is 11 players, 11 members,
Yeah.
who's going to go into the game on the 24th
On the
against
24th,
Pakistan.
big game. Yeah, we're going to discuss the 11 at the end of the show. So hang on, guys, just a little bit because we're now through to the strength part. So Venky, what do you think is the strength of this Indian squad is? Is it the leader? Is it the mystery spinner we've got? Is it Jadeja? What is it? What is the strength of this team?
Quite a few strengths that you have already mentioned. I mean, no, absolutely right. You're spot on, Kiran. I mean, saying that Virat Kohli, we know how fantastic a leader he is. And on top of that, even he's hungry as well.
Yes.
To lift at least one ICC trophy before he relinquishes his captaincy from.
He has, I mean, in his defense, he has got one ICC trophy, the World Test Championship, which is technically an ICC trophy, but I know what you mean.
Yes.
The traditional ones which
World
have been
Cup.
there for a while. You're right.
Exactly. And this is going to be his last time that he's going to captain on T20 side. That's what he said. So obviously he'll be even more hungrier to taste the success, to lift the trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is another strength, and of course everyone, the way they have gone on with their game, with their performances, and the kind of confidence they are in, I think that itself should give a lot of strength and the belief that this team can go till till the end.
Yeah, so Venky is giving a thumbs up to the squad that we've got right now. So that means we're coming to the 11 or the probable 11, what we're going to probably see, Venky. So we've discussed the players, everything. What is your 11 going to be, at least for the first game, keeping in mind that it's going to be Pakistan?
It's going to be an interesting. It is an interesting squad, I would say, Kiran, because of the change that they have made. Still, I feel there's one too many spinners. There's 4 spinners in the squad.
Yeah.
It is Jadeja, Ashwin, Chakravarti,
And Chahar.
Chahar. Yeah, Rahul Chahar. So look, if you look at Ashwin, he was not completing his quota of overs in in the IPL and for Delhi Capitals, right? So that itself is a concern. So that's another weakness as far as I missed out probably.
Oh yeah. So we're getting, while we go to the 11, we get the weaknesses, guys. So it's in depth,
Yeah, absolutely. So when Rishabh Pant himself didn't have the confidence in Ashwin, then I don't know what Virat Kohli would be thinking, whether to play him or not. Okay, that is one. But otherwise, talking about the 11, for me it's very simple.
Okay.
It is going to be KL Rahul, it's going to be Rohit Sharma to open.
At the top.
Yes, Virat Kohli has always suggested that he would like to open, but then look, KL Rahul has done so well for his franchise and in the IPL. Yeah.
And also, Venky, do you think it's fair to say that as a player you might want to open, but as a captain you need to do what the team requires?
Exactly.
Because MS could have easily batted at number 2, number 3 in his prime time, but he chose to bat down the order, saying that that's what the team requires.
Exactly.
So does the team require Virat the batsman at the top or Virat the batsman at number 3?
At number 3. At number 3, I would definitely say. Otherwise, then Rahul has to play in the middle.
Yeah.
The team needs to use KL Rahul as a floater.
Yeah.
Look, when he has done so well in the recently concluded IPL, then might as well play him as an opener.
Yeah. And he's done really well, like you said.
Exceedingly well.
2 seasons. Even the previous season, he was the orange cap getter.
Exactly. So
okay, those 2 as open and Virat as 3.
3, 4. I would. It would be between Ishan Kishan and Surya Kumar Yadav.
Toss up between them.
Okay. Yes. And 5 would be Rishabh Pant. 6 Hardik.
Okay.
7 Jadeja.
Okay.
8 Varun Chakravarti. He's going to definitely figure in the 11.
Yeah.
And 3 fast bowlers.
And the 3 fast bowlers would be Shami, Bumrah, and Chahar, or would you play Bhunesh?
Chahar is a spinner.
Sorry, not Chahar.
Thakur. I would go with Thakur.
You'd go with Thakur.
Yeah. So I would not play
Bhunesh. Okay.
Yeah, I would not pick him because look, he's a fantastic bowler. He's a seam-up bowler who's got the strength to move the ball both ways. But off late, I have not seen him. His bowling doesn't have that nip. You know what I mean?
He's missing. I guess what he was.
Yeah, he doesn't have the pace.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that extra bit of pace. Doesn't have that extra bounce, and also I feel he looks tired for some reason. I'm not very sure whether he's going through any niggle or something. I'm not very sure. But then he was not consistent when he played for his franchise in the IPL. So that makes me feel that he might not be in the playing 11 to begin with.
To begin with, at least.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would go with Shardul Thakur.
And you also believe that going all goes well going ahead, Hardik will be fit, he will bowl and he'll play.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And if he doesn't?
If he doesn't, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant question. If he doesn't, then I would go with Surya Kumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan rather. Both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair call. So I think we've covered the probable 11 for the first game, but we are going to get together for the Pakistan game and discuss Pakistan as well as India on the game day. But thank you so much for having, giving me the opportunity to sit across. It was good to do it in Zoom too, but here in person, it's just a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Venky.
Absolutely, yes.
So guys, we're going to end the episode on that note and we're going to see you on the next episode. Till then, take care and stay safe.